Hi viewers, and welcome to the first episode of Haus and Home Season 21. Now my team and I have worked so hard to bring more tips and ideas to your homes. Now it's a time of the year where we parents, especially working parents, are in search of daycare for their child. Now according to research, the best high-quality childcare center, it can make your child feel safe and healthy. Now, this time on Out and About, my team and I went over to Kevaru Daycare. It's located here in Port Moresby, Engau Drive. And to talk to us more about it, we have the principal.
The children that we look after here, ages 2 to 6 years. So 2 to 3 are the kindergarten, the nursery, and then 4 to 6 are preschool. When you enroll a child, it's 60 kina registration, non-refundable, and then it's 90 kina per week or 180 kina a fortnight. It's 900 kina a term, which brings you to 3,600 per annum. So Kevaru Daycare is home base, so it's running from my house, from our home. So from time to time you see like early, if I open early, then my grandchildren open up and they play with the kids. And because we close at 5 o'clock, my granddaughter comes home from school and she plays with them and stays until their parents come. I keep them company until their parents come and pick them up. Yeah. I have 6 staff. Helen is trained in early childhood from the IEA. Barbara is a qualified phonics teacher from Anglicare. And the others are carers. But I'm hoping to find if there's any early childhood courses anywhere, they'll all go and learn. It's important that they learn how to take care of children. It's a bit hard. Like some children are children are children, so it's hard, and we're not allowed to smack children here, so it's really trying your patience. We're a new establishment. It's our 3rd year in operation now. We have a good staff who take care of the kids. If you have no time, and we have a kitchen that we provide. Most kids like noodles, so their parents give noodles. We boil eggs or fried egg for them. Once in a while, we try to give them local food. We have a nice sleep area. In the morning, the children have activities. At lunchtime, they eat, they wash, and they go to sleep. And then, like in the afternoon, we don't have a lot of activities because some children sleep longer than some are sleep for 3-4 hours until their parents come and pick them up from the bed. So we don't really have activities. They just do whatever they want, like painting, kind of stuff. But under supervision, of course. Yeah. If you're a parent out there looking for daycare center, you can contact Kevaru Daycare on the details showing on your screen.
So the next daycare that I'd like to introduce to you is Just Like Home, and it's called Anzac Daycare. It's located at Engau Drive here in Port Moresby.
My name is Oli Kula. I'm the patron of NS Daycare, Just Like Home, which is located at our home surrounding area, which is a safe and healthy environment for child care. And my daughter, the late Elma Polum, she is the founder of the NS Daycare. It became a dream that because she was a working mother, and then she wanted someone to look after her child. And especially her friends too were going through the same problem, so it was an idea that, come together as a family. She talked to us as a family to build a daycare. So we we built it because that was her dream. And she had a number, her friends and their workmates were the ones who brought their children here at the daycare. Besides that, she wanted a family environment where the children, that her friends' children, feel safe. So she called it Just Like Home, in a home environment, especially the mothers, working mothers, to feel safe, that their children were in safe hands at the daycare. Yes.
My name is Emily Leah, and Just Like Home began in 2014 actually. So the idea, like our patron said, came from our late Elma Polom, which is also my sister. So it's a family business that we ran. So it's now our 6th year that we've run this daycare, and looking through the years that we've came through, in 2019 we introduced our coding classes. So we named this place again to Ernest Learning Center. So now it's a learning center for kids as small as 1 year old up to 15, and even for adults who want to learn coding and also phonics. So phonics we've introduced phonics as our new program in our daycare service. In phonics, we learn the sounds. We want our kids to start reading at an early age, as early as 3 years old. So our goal for NS Learning Center is we want to contribute to the SDG 4.2, which is giving girls and boys equal access to quality education, especially childhood education, and giving that care so that they are prepared for primary school. So, like parents out there who are looking for babysitting, it's not only babysitting that we give. We develop the child and we try to help them in those small steps that they take. So if you think about it, kids from 1 to 5 years old, they spend most of the days at daycare. So if you calculate it in one day, 8 hours they spend in daycare, and for a week they stay 40 hours. So you can ask yourself, parents, do you have time for your kids? So it's important that at this stage, parents out there who have kids at that age, it's important that they go through a childcare so that they're prepared for the bigger schools. We call it bigger schools. So yeah, we offer a childcare and we also offer coding classes. So coding happens during Saturdays. So the Saturday program, kids from 6 to 15 years old, they learn coding using Scratch. So Scratch is an analytical program where they use problem solving to learn how to code. So they like the games, a game simple as a monkey eating a banana and it gets scores out of it. So, and a storyboard as simple as Cinderella stories. So yeah, so that's our coding program. So we want to give those 1 to 15-year-old that opportunity to also learn technology, because technology is now a new thing here. We have 3 units in our childcare service. That's the nursery unit, the toddler babbling unit, and the toddler adventure unit. They're all at the same rate, so that's 1,200. And we also have a casual fee per day, which is 30 kina. And then for our coding also, if you're interested for our coding programs, We have the intro, which is 300, and then we have the level 1 and 2, the Sphero, which is 550 kina. We also have a preventative measure because of the COVID-19 that came in. We have restrictions for our daycare, both the coding also. Parents have to wear masks. We provide sanitizers, and daycare is very restricted on the numbers. So we only allow 15 kids to enter the daycare, and then they're enrolled. So that's our preventative measures. We also have an application for it where we monitor our kids' temperatures. So if you're looking for a happy, healthy environment for your kid, NS is the one for you.
So if you're a parent out there, a working class parent who's looking for a place to enroll your kid, why not drop by at Kevaro Daycare Center and check that out for yourself. Here's the contact details on screen. We'll go for a quick breather, and when we come back, we have more. So don't go anywhere, because we've got back to school tips that you want to know about. Welcome back to the show. Now, if you just joined us, you're watching Haus and Home. Now, this time, I am going to show you how you can save using a penny box. So to help me out with this project, I've asked Magoro. Now, Magoro is a talented person and who has experience in carpentry work. And this time, I asked him to help me build a simple penny box that you can do for yourself at home. Here's Magoro. So, what you will need for this project? Safety comes first. Okay, so I'm just gonna wear my glass. Safety first. Okay. You'll need a piece of plywood, a plywood that is been around or been underneath your house for some time. This project is super easy and it's fun. So all my measurement, I'm going according to 40 centimeter length and 11 centimeter width. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So on this plywood, we'll be cutting 6 pieces for the box. First step of making this DIY penny box is cutting all of your plywood. This is definitely the most time-consuming part of the whole project, but if your measurement is accurate, the cutting will be easy. The closing end of the box is around 14.5 width by 10.5 centimeter. So once done with our plywood cutting, it's time to join the pieces together. You can sandpaper it if you have a sandpaper, or you can just leave it like that. You can add color, you can either paint it or spray paint it, but for me I decided to go with the color pink, so I gave it a spray. And there you have it, something simple, very colorful, that can make your kids keep saving and saving while they're young. And that was a simple DIY that Margot and I showed you. Now you can do that for yourself. It only takes less than 5 minutes if you have the right equipment. Now ladies, we might think that handiworks are just for men. We ladies can do it as long as we have the time and the patience to do that. Now viewers, this is another simple way that your kids can start saving now, and you know, they might be happy about it when they find out that they have a lot of money at the end of the year. So we'll go for a quick breather, and when we come back, we have more, and those tips are just great for your home. So if I were you, I'd stay on and watch the next segment. So coming up, we have tech people with e-learning apps. Now, it wasn't long ago when we parents considered smartphone as a distraction to kids. Now, we've been trying to stop that, but our attempts went in vain. So this time, I'll be talking about the educational e-learning apps for your kids. So these educational apps that I'll be showing you are for students and kids, and they can see smartphone as a tool of learning. The first app that I'd like to introduce to you is the Photomat. Now, it's good for students, and it's the fastest way and the easiest way to solve maths. Mathematics has always been a puzzling subject for many students. No matter what age you are, maths can be challenging and hard to tackle for many learners. Well, those days are over. Now anyone can learn to solve any complex math problem very easily using an app called Photomat. Many statistics have listed Photomat as one of the best learning apps for students. The learning process in Photomat is pretty simple. You take a picture of handwritten or printed question, then the app itself teaches you how to solve those questions through step-by-step explaining with instruction. So I wrote down 3 times 5 and I took a screenshot using my tablet, and just watch the space bar below where there's a red sign, and then you just give it some time and then it'll pop up. After the scanning, it will pop up the answer. And there you go. And then if there's a graph that you'd like to solve, just write the graph equation down, and then using your camera lens, put it close to the equation and wait for it to show. Once it's shown, then press on the side and it will show you where your graph lies on the Y and the X. And there you have it, something simple that you can, it's the fastest way to solve your maths problem. Okay, so the last app that I'd like to show you, it's the Read Along app. Read Along by Google is an app that encourages kids to read by themselves. It lets children choose stories from a growing library with a wide variety of language. It is suitable for ages 5 and above. Read Along app helps kids reading by underlining every word that skipped and stumbled, awarding stars from the ones spoken correctly. So it works like a personal reading tutor that assists kids at every step. If you want the tutor to read for you, you click on the face and you click the word to read by yourself. If you want the tutor to read all of it and you follow, you can press the tutor and she will read for you.
Lulu. Lulu. It's time to go, calls Ma. Now your turn to read.
It's also an educator's handbook to help kids use read along inside and outside classroom to practice reading. So the next app that I'd like to talk about is the calendar app for students. Now, this student calendar app was made to help students get organized and perform better in their studies. The objective of using this app is to perform tasks within combined deadlines, divide better the time between the academic and personal life. And also conduct day-to-day with more calmness and less stress. And on the student calendar app, important information about tests, homeworks, appointment, timetable will always be available on your smartphone to check and new scheduling wherever you are. There are also reminders that will help you not to forget important activities. Student calendar lists the events as to-do list or the checklist, where you should check events as completed so that they're no longer highlighted. And in addition, it groups by past and future events, and it's also possible to see where some activity is late. These are features for school, college, and for your day-to-day activity. The goal is to make student life more organized, managing appointments that can't be forgotten. The app was developed to be simple and easy to use. To start, you can simply add your subject, your timetable, and your task. As you can see, there's a plus icon below where you can click to add events. Also, you can add your timetable and you can add your appointment. If you have an appointment with the dentist, you can add it in. And this app is very simple to use. And student, I recommend you can download this and use it on your smartphones. So you can see smartphone as a learning tool and not just another smartphone that you use for other activities. So viewers, these educational apps are good for children and kids, and they can see smartphone as a tool of learning. We'll go for a quick breather, and when we come back, we have more, so don't go anywhere. Welcome back to the show. Now, this time on Quick Stitch, we'll be showing you how to make a simple book bag. Yes, I said we. So to help me out with this project, I brought Trisha from Last Corner Sales to help me sew this simple bag. Yeah, so what do we need for this project?
So for this project, we're going to do a tote bag. So we need fabric, obviously.
So the fabric is a floral fabric.
We can use fabric of any type, either cotton or linen.
Okay. And then we have a plain fabric.
Yes, this plain fabrics will be for the straps.
Straps. That's for the straps for the bag. And So, and then we have our master prop, which is the sewing machine, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so let's get started. So for the measurement, we have 2 strips.
These ones are the strips. And for the facing, you will need strips of about 4 centimeter by 36 centimeter. For the main piece, you will need a floral fabric, 91 centimeter by 36 centimeter. Firstly, fold the edges of the handle strips in and sew. Do this for both strips of the handles. The main piece, from this end, one end of the long piece, you can just measure 10 centimeters in. Attach the sewn handles 10 centimeter in. So pin it, we're going to pin it here and then we're going to sew it. So 10 centimeter in from that end and this end also. So 10 centimeters. Okay. Okay, we're gonna do the same to the other end of this fabric. Sew the facing strips on the main piece where the handles are sewn. Okay. The next thing you do, fold the main piece in half. Then sew on the edges of the wrong side of the fabric. Fold the bottom end of the bag 6 centimeter up and sew on the sides where it is folded. Flip the bag right side out.
Okay, flip it.
And sew all around the edge of the bottom of the bag. All right. So this is what it should look like. And there you have it, a simple book bag.
And there was a simple book bag that you parents out there, especially mothers, can do for your kid. And thank you, Teresa, so much for that. Now, last corner, are they doing any sewing classes or anything that our viewers should know about?
Oh, yes, our Last Corner Sales is a home-based business that we're currently running. We will also be operating in Leh now.
So people in Leh,
yes,
this is a chance for you to get the stuff there. And if you want sewing classes, there's someone in Leh that can help you also. And
we're also running mobile Mary Blouse training for interested people who wish to learn. They can contact us on our Facebook page.
okay, so here's the details. Viewers, you can contact them if you want sewing classes or if you want to know more about sewing. You can contact them on the details showing on the screen now. Also for residents in Leh, if you want to know more about sewing or if you want to know how to sew, you can contact them on the flyer showing on the screen now. So thank you so much, Trisha, for having you on the show.
Thank you very much for having us.
I'll see you on the other side. LIFX is a shortcut and technique that we use to find an easy way out of life. Now, this time on LIFX, I'll be showing you some simple back-to-school life hacks. For this life hacks, I'll be showing you how you can make an extra pocket in your school bag using fabric. First, you measure the bag where you want the pocket to be. After you're done, you cut your fabric according to your measurement, and then using a glue gun, you glue the fabric onto your measured area. So once you're done, you glue it. And then, as you can see, there's a pocket, so you can put coins, you can put your stationery, you can put anything of your liking in the bag, as long as you keep your bag organized, neat, and you're good to go for school. So if you're looking for an easy way out and to make your daily life much more easier, why not try these life hacks that I've just showed you. Welcome to another Cooking with Haus and Home. Now, it's the time of the year where our children go back to school and we parents budget for the year. Now, this time on our cooking segment, I'll be showing you how you can make a simple, affordable, yet a healthy lunch for your kids that they can bring to school and also you can bring to work. So let's see what we will need for this. So for this, a simple luncheon, I've chosen a can of tuna and a garlic roll. You can choose any fillers of your liking, but for this bit I've decided to go with these two. So, and then we have our vegetables. We have lettuce, onions, capsicum, the yellow one, you can use either color, and I have tomatoes. And finally, I have this bun. So to start off, we'll start with the bun. So for the first lunch, we'll be making the tuna sandwich. So I'll be using this bun, and as you can see, I already buttered my bun. So we'll start with the tuna. So just a tip, always add your fillers first. So the next thing you do is add your onion. So I'm just gonna spread it. And then I'm gonna get the capsicum. You can use any colors, but I decided to go with yellow this time, so I'm just gonna put it this way. So the next thing I'll put is the tomato. Yep. And the last thing is the lettuce. I'll put 2. Yeah. So after adding everything into the bun, you can use mayonnaise if you want, or tomato sauce, but for my son, he totally disagrees with mayonnaise or tomato sauce, so I just have it as plain, and yeah, he takes it to school. And then we just close our bun, and there you have it. Now we'll go on to our garlic roll sandwich. So let's start. And we'll start with the bun again. So for this, as you can see, I've buttered my bun again, and I'll start with the garlic roll. So I'm just gonna add the filler first. You can add 2 garlic roll or 1 garlic roll, it's totally up to you. And then we'll go and then do the onions. So I'm just gonna spread it on top. Yeah. Yep. And yeah. Okay. And then we'll add the capsicum, like the one we did first, but this one has the filler as garlic roll. And then we add our tomatoes, and last but not the least is our lettuce. So I'm just gonna add this. Yep. So I'm just gonna close it, and there you have it. This is our garlic roll sandwich. As you can see, here's our simple budget yet a healthy lunch: a tuna sandwich and a garlic roll sandwich. It's affordable, and you can purchase it at the store near you and try it out for yourself. So viewers, you can have it with mayonnaise or tomato sauce, but for me, my son doesn't like tomato sauce and mayonnaise, so I just have it plain and it takes it to school. So viewers, if you want to know more about budget yet healthy meals, join us next week and onwards. We've got great ideas that we'd like to share with you. I'll see you on the other side. Well viewers, we've come to the end of the first episode of Haus and Home Season 21. Now, if you want to know more about this episode, you can visit EMTV online, or you can contact us on the details showing on the screen now. And also viewers, we have a promotion up and running at the moment. So if you love to cook and if you want to cook on Haus and Home, you can simply message us on our Facebook page, or you can send us an email on the flyer showing right now on your screen. And that's all the time we have. Until then, pleasant viewing. Goodbye.